treat it.
Yeah.
I mean, they found out that it was adenocarcinoma, which I think is like the type of cell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a common one in like all sorts of cancers. Like it could be breast, could be lung, could be colon.
Oh, really?
That's like that type of cell. So I think they're trying to figure out like where it originated.
Okay.
So that they know how to treat it and shit.
Damn. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Cancer, if you're listening to this, go fuck yourself.
I know, dude. It's crazy.
Oh, God.
It's weird. I found out like this week, and then I don't know. It's so weird. Like I almost like don't believe it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because she's literally like 46 years old.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Welcome to Los Amigos Gringos. I don't even know if this is a new episode or the same episode, but we'll see. So we'll just get into it because I don't know, bro.
Well, I know what to call this episode. We should call it technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, this is technical capital difficulties.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know.
Is what it is, bro.
Your setup's great, but even that doesn't mean you're.
The world may never even see this.
Yeah, but that's all right. So I wanted to open up with kind of a silly discussion, I guess. But I guess if this is a new episode, I guess I should introduce myself. If this should be the first time you're seeing me since we lost the footage from last time. Hello, my name is Alex. I'm here as a guest.
This is Alex. He was probably on the last episode because I'm probably just going to use both, even though we kind of lost audio. I'll probably just upload 2 shorter episodes.
Gotcha.
But, fuck, bro. Los Amigos Gringos, home of the shittiest podcast on the planet.
We are the dollar store version of your normal podcast that you might listen to. I'm just kidding. So there's apparently a huge discussion going on the internet recently, and I was going to ask you if you are team door or team wheels?
Team door or team wheels?
Yeah, so apparently there's a huge stupid discussion online right now that everyone's going nuts about. That what do you think that there is more of on the planet? Is there more doors or more wheels?
Probably wheels.
Okay. Is there
because new cars are manufactured like.
But cars have wheels.
But cars have doors.
Doors, yeah.
So I would say doors then.
I was asked this question earlier today, so my I've already kind of drawn my conclusion because I was thinking about like, yeah, there's
definitely doors. Do cabinet doors count?
That's the thing is like if you start splitting hairs, like you know, there's wheels are like there's wheels on rollerblades, there's wheels on bicycles,
toy cars,
bicycles, motorcycles don't have doors. Yeah, and Hot Wheels like toy cars, right?
Shit, this is hard.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of stuff,
but like it is kind of a weird thing to ask someone right off the bat, but so I was also thinking like there's got to be more wheels because like you go into a skate shop, right? And there's got to be at least a few hundred wheels in there at least.
Yeah.
One door, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
But if you go into a door store,
yeah. If this was like Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
world,
Monsters Inc.
Yeah, that's what
I think it
said.
Probably is wheels because there's wheels like on my chair, on like office chairs.
Oh, that's true. Office chairs has got to put up numbers for the wheels because an office building probably has a few hundred doors, but every room in that building has office chairs with like 6-8 wheels,
like
on
multiple office chairs with multiple wheels.
Yeah.
I think wheels probably.
So if you want to know the results,
and then like a Matchbox car usually doesn't actually have doors, like they don't open.
Right, and like,
some of them
like
do.
Toy cars like Hot Wheels and stuff don't either.
Yeah,
but
they have wheels.
Exactly. So that's the weird, and like things like rollerblades and bicycles and motorcycles got to add up.
And wheels always come in multiples.
Yeah,
where doors usually come like one door, then there's like another door for one room.
Yeah, like if you say like a house probably got on average like 6-8 doors.
Yeah, like less than 10.
But
less than 10.
If there's 5 people living in that house, 5 cars,
that's 10 for. But then they also have doors on their cars.
Yeah,
it's a really hard argument.
So I guess the results of it were that 40% or 46% of people said doors, and 53% of people said wheels. So
we are a little closer.
We are
53% said wheels.
Yeah, they agree with us with wheels.
I think wheels for sure. It's just like because the more you think about it, Well, you can just keep finding more examples for everything.
Yeah, I know.
Because cabinet doors.
Yeah,
like I have probably 20 cabinet doors, which I painted, so I know.
Like every Home Depot and Lowe's has like all those like.
But they have
fake,
a ton of doors. They have a ton of wheels too.
Yeah, but then there's like tire shops, right?
Yeah.
So tire shops, skate shops, like.
And then in Lowe's, I'm sure there's things with wheels. There's literally like track doors that have little wheels on them.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about because it's like the stupidest discussion. I just wanted to ask.
What do you guys think? Put it in the comments. Wheels or doors?
Yeah, wheels or doors.
And if you think doors, you're a moron.
Yeah, if you think doors, you live in Pixar's Monsters Inc. I'm sorry to let you
know. Shit, bro. So it's probably going to be a short episode and also a sad episode.
Oh, no.
After this.
Uh-oh.
So I'm glad you're here this week because you grew up with me and you were around my mom a lot more than Nick was.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen her, but, you know, she watched us when you were over at my house all the time and shit.
Yeah. Am I allowed to say her name?
Yeah, you can.
I love Joey.
He loves you, Mom.
Yeah.
Which is good. So she went to the hospital last week.
Oh, no.
To, because she had COVID in end of December, early January or something.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, she's just been feeling crappy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think she was with Shayla last weekend. She was like having shortness of breath, which she's been having recently.
Mm-hmm.
So she went to the hospital and they like found some crap in her lungs. Like it was like fluid or I don't know. They thought she had like pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sent her home and she still felt crappy. So she went to a different hospital. And then they did a bunch of tests because they were trying to figure out like what's up with her lungs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they found out the shortness of breath was caused by anemia. So like shortness of iron in your blood.
Okay.
So they had to give her like blood transfusions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's helping with like the breathing. But anyway, they did an MRI and they found, what's the word? I forget what it's called. Like a laceration?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a laceration's a cut, but it sounds like laceration. Anyway, they found it like on her hip and like on her spine and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a biopsy and we found out that she has cancer.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a feeling that that's where that
story was going.
Dang, dude.
It's crazy, dude.
And so what are they doing now? What's the plan?
She's still in the hospital. They're like running more tests and trying to figure out like exactly what it is and stuff so they can figure out how to treat it.
Yeah.
I mean, they found out that it was adenocarcinoma, which I think is like the type of cell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a common one in like all sorts of cancers. Like it could be breast, could be lung, could be colon.
Oh, really?
That's like that type of cell. So I think they're trying to figure out like where it originated.
Okay.
So that they know how to treat it and shit.
Damn. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Cancer, if you're listening to this, go fuck yourself.
I know, dude. It's crazy.
Oh, God.
It's weird. I found out like this week and then I don't know. It's so weird. Like I almost like don't believe it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because she's literally like 46 years old.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, that is definitely not the news I thought you would be delivering to me when you're like, I got something to tell you on the podcast.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to tell you on the podcast because like, fuck, dude. I really haven't told anyone. I haven't even told Nick yet.
Oh, really? And when did you find out?
Wednesday, like 2 days ago. Well, like we found out, so like the doctors kept kind of hinting at it, or not really hinting, but they were like, that's most likely what it is, like when they saw whatever it was on her bone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know, maybe they got it wrong because she's like 46 and they didn't actually test for sure yet. I'm like, how do they know? Just from look, it's a lesion, not a laceration.
Oh, okay,
lesion.
Yeah.
I'm like, they just found a lesion. Like it could be something else. Like I don't even know what a lesion is, honestly. But I was like, they could mistake it for something else.
Mm-hmm. I'm not 100% sure too. I think it's if I'm not wrong, anyone out there, I think it's kind of like a pustule kind of thing, like some kind
of growth, like a little growth. I think.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I was just kind of like almost numb to it when they were like hinting at it, and I'm like, it's not gonna be cancer, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I still like kind of felt numb to it, except right now when I'm telling you, I kind of want to cry
Yeah.
for the first time. But
I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously that's like not, it's not ever anything you want to be told, but man,
it's
I don't
crazy,
know.
dude. But
So how's everyone else kind of dealing with it? Is everyone at least, hanging in there for her? Or
yeah,
how is she dealing with it?
she was pretty upset. Like, so, when we were like at the hospital and the doctor was like hinting at it,
Mm-hmm.
she was like crying.
Damn.
Like, they didn't even know for sure yet. So I was just like holding her. And I think seeing her cry is like the hardest part.
Yeah,
like,
that
see
definitely.
her be super worried about it.
For sure.
But I don't know. I'm not like super worried. Like, I feel like they're gonna be able to treat it,
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Like, we're still really waiting on like a lot more
Yeah.
to figure out.
Yeah, sounds like right now you don't know the severity of it. I mean, obviously it's never good, but
Yeah,
damn.
for sure.
Well, hopefully it's just like a couple quick things and get that shit out of there,
Yeah, hopefully.
But I don't think that's how it works, but I don't know.
I don't think so either. But like, I don't know. I guess it depends how early it is, and then, but like, they did say because it's in multiple spots that like, it's already kind of advanced.
Damn.
But like, not too bad. But then the doctor also said that like that doesn't mean a lot these days. Like, there's good treatments. Like, even if it is advanced, like it really just depends on the type of cancer, really.
Yeah.
So that's like kind of what I'm like scared, like waiting to find out exactly.
Yeah. Well, dang. Well, when you do find out, let me know when we're not recording our sad little voices on a podcast.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wanted to tell you this on here. I guess just so everyone would know.
Yeah.
Because it's like a big event in my life and I wanted to capture it.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck, dude.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, man. But
it's okay.
if it makes you feel any better, a lot of people walk away from it now more than ever.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's why I'm not like super. I don't know why, but I haven't been super worried about it.
Yeah.
Like, obviously I'm worried, but like, I haven't like broke down.
Yeah. There'll be a time to worry, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
maybe now is not the time yet when you don't know the whole situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've literally just been holding out because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know. It could
Mhm.
literally be like super easy. My grandpa Barry got cancer
Not GP.
last year, or
Really?
it's maybe been like a year and a half now. He got leukemia,
Mm-hmm.
and he's had like a crazy wild ride, dude.
Damn.
Like, literally, his shit was like crazy, and I forget exactly. So they found out he got leukemia. He went to like the veteran hospital.
Mm-hmm.
No, the VA. Yeah. And I forget though. They literally sent him home like to be on hospice. They were like, "Oh, you're going to die."
Damn.
Like, that's it.
Damn.
So we were all super worried. We were like visiting him all the time and stuff. And like, so he was they were trying to treat it for a few weeks. So they're trying to treat it. He was on chemo, and the chemo lowered his immune system.
Mm-hmm.
And he got this infection behind his eye. It was like a pustule, I don't know, some kind of infection.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had to drive him up to a hospital in Prescott to like try to get the infection out. So they literally did surgery. It looked like a sty, like on his eyelid.
Yeah.
And I saw him. And then like over the next few days, that sty got so fat and shit. And it was literally like behind his eye.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to like open his skull and pull the pus thing out. And they had to end up removing his eye.
Dang.
So he's missing an eye now.
Oh, dang. That's crazy.
It's crazy. It sucks. But
Does he get like a cool eye patch out of it though?
no, he doesn't even wear an eye patch. I'm like, Grandpa, I need to get you an eye patch. Like, you're literally just walking around with your no
Get him,
eye.
like, really cool, like
I
cool
should
one or
get him one
something.
because he's
Does he
literally.
like sports or anything? Get
Oh, he
like
loves sports.
You should get him like a cool
He
sports.
loves the
one or
Cowboys.
something. I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
should get him a Cowboys one.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
yeah, he doesn't wear an eye patch. He literally just lets it like fog up his glasses. It's weird. It literally like puts moisture out, so it like fogs his glasses out.
Damn.
It's hilarious, actually.
Oh my god.
It's funny because my grandpa, he'll literally be like on chemo, like basically looks like he's dying. He'll literally still be cracking jokes about shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's the funniest dude. He's always just been like boisterous and loud and like funny about shit. Do you remember him at all?
Yeah, I do. I think I did meet him a couple
Yeah.
times. That's how I try to aspire to be like, even in the face of like terrible news.
Yeah, he's just like, he doesn't give a shit, bro. He'd be like dying. He's like, fuck it.
Well, first of all, I'm really sorry to hear that. That's crazy. And I love you, Joey. Hope you're All right. And then I'm going to try to switch the track from that a little bit because we were talking about like gross, a little bit of kind of gross stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think I ever told you about the video that I watched when I was in school to be an EMT.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the days in school, the instructor was like, all right, we're going to watch some gross shit. So he showed us like some of the worst like injuries that like he's ever seen like recorded and stuff. We were kind of watching it and like discussing it and stuff. And one of them was a guy in like Indonesia or India or some foreign country. And he was jumping from a bridge into like a body of water. Like he's jumping off the bridge, and in jumping off the bridge, he had to clear some pavement underneath.
Oh God.
And he didn't.
And he did.
He didn't. He didn't make it. So he hits. I'm laughing about it, but he actually ends up losing his life. But he falls in the video and he hits the pavement, and then he goes into the water, and the water turns red.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and so they show that clip, and then they clipped it together with him in the hospital. So what had happened was he had hit like a brick face first into the pavement. He hit like a rock or something, and it literally opened his face up like,
oh my God.
like a baked potato.
That's crazy.
And the doctor is like holding his face together, and when he like stops holding it, his face like blooms like a flower.
Oh my God.
And we had to like watch this and kind of like talk about the injury and stuff. And some people were like kind of getting like a little weak in the knees and stuff, and it was brutal.
That's crazy. That actually happened. Well, not that, but something.
I walked away from that once.
Something like that happened. When I was in high school, this kid, I don't know if he went to the school or if he just happened to be driving by. I think he was just driving by, but he was young.
Mm-hmm.
It may have been from the high school. I don't know. But anyway, my math teacher, Mr. Walker, he was right behind him, and the kid got nailed by a car. Damn. And he was driving a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Walker went and like, got out and called the cops and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid's like head had like exploded like in his helmet.
Whoa, fuck, dude. Was that
like
your high school?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't think it was actually a kid from the high school. I think he just happened to be driving by, but he was a young guy. Was
that like a huge thing at your school?
Yeah, we talked about it. I mean, yeah, he must have not actually went there because I think it would have been bigger than it was. But yeah, it was crazy.
That's nuts.
But Mr. Walker told us the story like a year later too, like specifically about it. He said he was like holding the kid's head, and it was like
fuck. That's why as soon as I found a job that paid more than being in more than an EMT, I was like, see ya, because I do not want to do that shit.
You were an EMT?
I got my certification, and then I
you actually finished it?
Quickly swapped, yeah. But one of the other videos that he showed us was, it was a hockey player, and he had like something had happened where he had like got his throat slit by an ice skate, and the EMT on the scene of the game stuck his hand into the guy's like gaping throat and pinched his vein closed and was like walking him off the ice with his hand in the dude's neck and saved his life.
It was an EMT?
Yeah.
So he knew what to do. That's crazy.
And he saved him. And so like you watched the whole video of everything happening. It was the worst. Mm-hmm. Don't ever look those up.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Yeah. I don't know what crazy. Remember Scarred on MTV?
Yes.
Like people breaking their arms and legs and shit.
Was it Scarred? Yeah,
Scarred.
That's right. They did like a whole show about that.
That was nuts.
Shit.
It would literally be clips that people were like skateboarding, and then they would like fall on their arm and break it backwards, or the bone would be sticking out and shit.
It happened right around the time where I think we started kind of like drifting away from each other, like, and stopped kind of like hanging out as much. But do you remember when I fell on my longboard? Were you around for that?
I don't think so.
Okay, I gotta tell you.
You were with your other friends.
I gotta tell you this story. Yeah, well, at the time I was just hanging out with some people like that I was working with, that we would always go longboarding after work and stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
So we would go downtown and do like the parking garages and stuff, and that was cool. But one night we went out. We didn't want to go downtown. We went to go like bomb some hills and part of like the hilly part of town. And
when you scrape the shit out of yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was bombing a hill, and I was So before we did the hill, we let our car kind of coast down the hill, and my car got up to 45 miles an hour. So I was at least doing 45 probably on the board.
That's crazy.
When I got the speed wobbles like a fucking idiot and got thrown off, and I think I rolled like probably 20 to 30 feet, my friend said. So what I hit the ground hands first, cheese grated my hands into the pavement, completely ruined my hands. I ripped my jeans open, my shirt got ripped open, my shoes came off. I scraped my back, my knees, my shoulders. I got scars like still. You can probably pick that up.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I got the scars from it, and miraculously didn't touch my face.
Damn.
Because my hands took all
Probably
of it.
because you're like protecting your face.
Yeah, so I could have easily like had that scar on my face.
Yeah, if the force was too strong for you to withhold with your hands, then you could have smashed your face.
Absolutely. So
Ooh, shit. Bro.
talking about the scarred stuff makes me think of that night.
Yeah.
And
I remember seeing the scabs
yeah.
and you telling me about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was terrible. And so the worst part about it, it's disgusting, I know. The scabs on my hands were on like the folds of my hands, so every time I'd move my hands, they would break.
Damn.
Yeah, and so they would break.
It took like a long time to heal.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That was terrible. But I do have a 6 scar on my back now. Kind of looks like I got like cut by like an animal.
Looks like you're from like Game of Thrones and shit.
Yeah, a little bit. It's kinda cool. So I got some street cred with
The
scar.
mountain. Dude, me and Lily just started watching Game of Thrones like 2 months ago. Like we've never watched it before.
Wow. And so what season are you on now?
We're on.
What just happened in the show?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
When the mountain, Cersei Lannister just got out of that weird prison where she had to do like the walk of shame when she was all naked.
Yeah.
And the mountain just came back to life as like some freak. That's like the part.
Okay.
I think the last thing I remember from the last episode was this guy was like peeing in the alley and the mountain walks up and just smashes his head on the fucking wall.
Yeah, he just squishes him like a grape.
He's like, he just walks away.
I thought that part was so
He's like
silly.
peeing on the tin of his like
of his like shoes or
of his
whatever.
armor.
Yeah, I thought that like that's supposed to be a part to show how strong the mountain is, and then he just like pops him like a zit.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so do you know how the show ends?
No.
Oh wow, so you're in. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but I actually don't like the ending.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Okay. Well, we'll have to talk about it then. Maybe discuss it a little bit after you finish it, because you're getting towards the end.
Yeah, I think there's like maybe one more season left or something.
So what was your guys' reactions to like some of the big stuff, like the Red Wedding?
Oh, that was crazy, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Were you not expecting that
dude,
at all?
every time one of the main people dies, it's so unexpected.
Yeah. That's
like, because you expect that you're like, oh, this is one of the main characters. Like, they're going to live till the end, like every other storybook ending, like movie show.
Yeah. So that show starts with like the first 2 or 3 seasons have like over 200 named characters.
Yeah.
And by the last season, there's not that many.
Yeah. So it's another thing.
Game of Thrones is good. You're in for a wild ride at the end.
As soon as Jon Snow died, I was like, they're bringing him back to life. Like, he's not done.
And then
they did.
Okay, I was gonna say because they do that does happen.
Yeah,
right
they did bring him back to life.
Okay.
I'm guessing he dies again by your reaction. But
no. Well, I mean,
it's all right.
To watch.
Who do you think is the hottest chick in that show?
Oh, dang, that's a good question.
Or who has the best? Yeah, who's the hottest chick in the show?
I haven't watched the show in a while because it's been we would watch it when
you probably like it because there's at least 2 redheads.
Yes. Yeah. Well, there's a lot. Apparently, George R. R. Martin has a thing for redheads.
Yeah.
I don't know, but oh, man,
I think
that is a good question. What do you think?
I think Lady Melisandre has the nicest body.
Melisandre. Oh, she's like the red woman.
The
right?
red woman. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She has the nicest body, except when she takes the necklace off, and then she turns into a really old lady.
Yeah,
but she definitely has the hottest body.
Yeah.
And then Jon
really
Snow's redhead girlfriend was kind of hot too.
And
then Cersei's hot, obviously.
Yeah. I think if I had to pick, just off the top of my head, I think right now I'd probably go with Marjorie.
Which one's Marjorie?
The Tyrell, the one who's the sister of the gay knight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually
you liked her face. You like her face?
Yeah, I think so. She's also a voice actress in a lot of stuff. On Netflix, she's also in the Dark Crystal prequel. Prequel. And she's
Is that like magic stuff?
Well, the Dark Crystal, like, you know, like the Muppets, like Jim Henson. The Dark Crystal was one of Jim Henson's like old projects from the 80s, and Netflix made a prequel recently where they had like an amazing voice cast, and they did like a prequel to the movie that Jim Henson made. And the cool part about it was that the director of the show was Jim Henson's daughter. Yeah, daughter. And some other people that had worked with him throughout the course of his life, and they made the prequel. It was really good. And she's in it. So the Dark Crystal is kind of like puppet Game of Thrones. If you guys like Game of Thrones, you should check out the Dark Crystal. It's good. Yeah,
Game of Thrones. It's a lot different than I thought it was gonna be.
What did you think it was gonna be?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I didn't think it was gonna have such a good storyline. I think.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was more
just gonna be more
like
high
fighting.
fantasy.
Yeah. More fantasy, like more dragon scenes, more fighting. Like, there's a lot of fighting, but it's a lot of good story.
Yeah, and that makes it to where, like, when the dragons actually show up on screen, you're like, fuck yeah. Yeah.
You're like, Drogo.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen much fighting from the dragons yet. Only...
I'll spoil a little bit. You do get to see some.
That's good.
There's a lot.
I fucking want Blondie. What's her name?
Khaleesi?
Yeah, I want fucking Khaleesi to, like, take over Westeros.
All right. Well, you just guessed the ending. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, you do root for her the entire show. She's a really good character.
Yeah. It's funny because they write shows, and it's funny because a lot of people will be like, oh, this is my favorite character. And it's like, yeah, they wrote it so that would be your favorite character.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not just picking because you know.
Yeah.
You know, like, everyone has the same favorite characters. Like, everyone loves Jon Snow. You know?
Yeah, because he's like, they specifically write him to be like the coolest motherfucker.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wrote him to be your favorite.
Yeah, he's like the dark, brooding loner that everybody loves.
Dude, I don't know if it's probably annoys some people. It annoys Lily a lot. But I have to give commentary on like everything we watch. I'm like, why don't you do this? Why don't they should do this?
Me and Caitlin do that, but we both do it.
Yeah.
And we both like we'll pause a movie to look up like who this person is and be like, oh, that's awesome. They're in this or blah, blah, that. That's really funny.
But I'm mostly like critiquing the storyline.
Gotcha.
I'm like, this should happen. They need to
Yeah. Kind of tying it in with some nerdy stuff because George R. R. Martin wrote the books for Game of Thrones.
I don't know that, but okay.
Oh, so George R. R. Martin is the author of the books, and a video game that just came out that I've been playing called Elden Ring. The plot line of the game George R. R. Martin helped write, so that got a lot of people like really interested in the game, and it's really, really good.
He's also writing a porno called Elden Cockring.
If I don't see that on the hub by tomorrow,
it's got like it's like a dick ring with like elf ears.
That would be awesome.
That'd be hilarious, dude.
No, well, so in the game, it's already a meme online because so this game is like I think the 6th game in the series, and it's made by like a Japanese company, Japanese or Chinese, and this is like their diamond. It's like all of the years of effort that they've put into the series into this game, and the game is a meme because every character in the game tells you that you're maidenless because like everyone in the game has like a maiden or something, and all the characters in the game constantly tell you how you're maidenless. So like
you don't got a bitch.
Yeah, so it's become like a thing. Like, oh, the people that play Elden Ring got no bitches. Like, you got no maidens.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I was only saying that though because George R. R. Martin has he helped write a little bit of the plot for the game, but also, and I guess a recent blog post, George R. R. Martin. So he hasn't finished writing the books. So the game or the show, the Game of Thrones show, obviously finished before he could finish the final book called The Song of Spring. And he said in a recent blog post that he's not writing the final book. So all the fans like hoping that he'd maybe finish the physical version kind of had their hopes dashed because he's making a prequel show to Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So he said in like a post like, this is what's like in the pipeline.
Young Like young Ned Stark and shit?
No. So it's actually going back a little bit further. So it's going back to the Targaryen dynasty of
cool.
Daenerys's ancestors when they ruled King's Landing.
Like Aegon and shit?
Yeah. So it's going to be about the Targaryen dynasty.
Yeah.
It's called something Dragons. I don't know.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's sick. I love that show.
So
much nudity.
If you like Game of Thrones, maybe by the time you finish it, the prequel will be coming out. So that'd be cool.
That's like a weird show to watch with your parents, though. I remember there was this guy at work that was like, "Oh yeah, my whole family watches it," but like before I had ever seen it. But now that I've seen it, I'm like, "You're watching that with your kid in the room, bro?" People fuck like every other episode.
Yeah, the first few seasons have a lot more like gratuitous nudity, but as it gets later into it, they kind of get away from it a little bit.
Yeah, it starts to be less. It'll be like a quick scene.
So did you? I can't remember now which season is which, but did you get to the battle with like Ramsay and Jon Snow yet?
No, that's probably coming up really soon.
So you're on that season, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Dude, Ramsay can suck a dick, bro. Dude, all I wanted for the first 3 or 4 seasons, whatever, was fucking for Joffrey to die.
Yeah.
And then they bring fucking Ramsay's little asshole up in here.
They one up him.
I'm like, bro, Sansa just gets fucking tortured for years.
Yep. But yeah, man, we have to talk about it when we finish it because it gets better.
Like, sorry, this is probably a boring podcast, but I'm sure everyone watched Game of Thrones, right? So
yeah, it's still really popular, and with the prequel coming out, it's still relevant.
When's that coming out?
I actually don't know. I want to say this year sometime, but I might be wrong. But George R. R. Martin is pretty popular right now with just current goings on because that game just came out, and that people are calling that game like the best game of the decade. Like right now, I think collectively across all the platforms that have reviewed the game, it has an average score of 97 out of 100, and that's like never happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
probably Google and Facebook swayed some people's opinions.
Oh yeah, with the Google searches.
Yeah, I think that's from the last episode, but it's all good. All right, we're running out of time here. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry for the bad news. Hopefully there was something entertaining going on in here. And thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all that shit. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, thank you so much. Share it with your friends, share it with your mother, shove it up your ass. See you in the next one.
Bye.